You were saying your diet's pretty strict, right?
Yeah, my diet is strict. Like for I'm gonna say at least 12 years I was vegetarian, no meat. Just recently, I say probably like 4 months ago, I started eating fish. But I eat it occasionally. I don't eat it every day.
What's the difference as far as like how you feel?
I mean, the change was brought on by me wanting to come home healthy. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew I had to do some time. I knew I'm doing some time.
So you started in jail
I started in jail.
being a vegetarian?
Yeah, I started in jail. That was like, once I became conscious, it's like I need to do everything I can to be prepared if I can get out.
Does the food taste better if they bring you like a...
You talking about in prison?
Because if you're a vegetarian and you tell them
the food is still horrible.
Yeah, but do they change it for you though? If you're like, I'm a vegetarian.
They're gonna give you a meat-free
okay
diet, right?
It's still
you got a right.
Though.
Yeah, you get a right to the meat-free diet, but you eating to live.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not eating for satisfaction. I'm eating to live for health purposes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the food is horrible. Like nobody don't go to prison. Like, it definitely get horrible.
That shit crazy, man. I was born in 95.
Sure, yeah.
So you essentially did like my whole life
right
behind bars, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I caught the case in 93, but I made it to the penitentiary in 96. So depending on what month you was born in.
May.
Yeah.
But there's no bonds or anything. Like you still in county or in the juvenile facility that whole...
Yeah, I didn't do I didn't get due to the capital murder, right?
Yeah.
Back then they wasn't giving you bond for capital murder. So when I took the plea, the only way that I could get the plea was to sign the plea agreement. So once I signed the plea agreement to plead, I'm pleading guilty.
Mm-hmm.
So that takes the bond off the table.
Right. Yeah,
they didn't want to give me a bond.
At this point, you're getting sentenced regardless.
Right.
Now
Yeah, that's part of that is sentencing. Once I'm signing the plea, that's my sentence agreement. Yeah, that's my agreement. So yeah, I did it flat. No breaks.
Full what? That's what, 29? 29 years?
Yeah.
How did it feel when you first left?
What you mean left?
Like when you get out, first day out.
I mean, it felt good though, for sure. You know what I'm saying? But
did it feel like real? Like...
Yeah, because I had time to prepare.
Okay.
So like they didn't let me immediately. I had to go to a program. Like I received the FI5, which is kind of like a drug rehabilitation program, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even though I didn't take drugs, they using this program like your criminal behavior is an addiction.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So I had to do that for 6 months.
I think drug programs can be applied to anything too, just life in general.
I mean, I understood what they was doing. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew I don't have a drug problem, but the way that they using this program is like your addiction is your criminal activity. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, coming home for sure. It was like when I first got out too, I was kind of scared. Like even though I wasn't behind, I was behind, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the whole time I was in prison, I had cell phones and shit. So I kind of connected with the world. And to this day, like I don't really lead with it. I don't tell people like my background or my past.
Damn, I forgot. You want to introduce yourself to the people? We ain't even telling your name or nothing.
My name's Anthony Gallatin.
You said they call you Fifth Ward Ant?
Yeah, in prison they call me Fifth Ward Ant. And that kind of came from boxing and shit, because you had a couple of ants. So in that sense, it's like, hey man, the nigga Ant just knocked such and such out. Like, what ant you talking about? You talking about Colleen Ant? Nah.
Yeah.
Are you talking about 107 Ant? Nah, I'm talking about Fifth Ward, the ant from Fifth Ward. So that's basically how the name stuck. It's kind of differentiating me from the other ants. Yeah, I still could do it. I ain't had a fight in a minute, but like I'm still in shape. You'll never forget it. Yeah, that's a lot of the exercises I was showing them that day. A lot of those come from boxing. to the gym. Nah, I don't go to a gym, but like I never lose it. You know what I'm saying? I might be a little rusty, you get what I'm saying? And I'm older, but I can still fight. Cause that's the same in prison though. Like you really taking advantage of dudes. Cause a lot of the population in prison, they don't train. They're not trained fighters. So a trained fighter, 8 out of 10 times I have the edge. You get what I'm saying? He gonna have the edge. Nah,
Cause you fighting, you thinking about it while you fighting. You're not
yeah,
just,
that's the edge is the discipline.
Yeah.
The trained fighters know defense. You know, I'm gonna say boxers. I'm gonna use that. The boxers, they're defensive. They think. A fighter, he's just coming forward with swinging punches. And like 90% of boxing or fighting is mental. It's a mental thing.
So at first, like in the 90s, how much fighting is it? It's like an everyday thing?
Now, when you get there, like when I got there, they gonna shoot 3 men at you. It's a 3-man back door. That's what they call it.
Immediately.
Yeah, 3-man back door. As soon as you hit the prison, you hit the cell block, they gonna tell you to go to the day room. They gonna do a hoe check. That's what they call it, a hoe check. They doing a hoe check. So you gotta be there.
Yeah.
If you're not a hoe, you gotta be there.
Yeah.
So your partner's gonna tell you, hey man, don't miss day room. Don't miss that first in and out after work call. Right? Cause they gonna assume you're a hoe. You ducking. You ducking the fade or whatever you wanna call it. So you go to the day room, they shooting 3 at you. Three dudes that's already there. They've been there, that's in shape, you know, whatever, they gonna shoot.
Waiting on your ass.
Yeah, so you gonna go one at a time. You going one at a time, you fight the first dude, right? You may do pretty good first dude, you may not, depending on who the first 3 are, who the 3 are. But it's really designed for you not to make it, it's just to check your heart.
Just see how far you'll go?
Yeah, to check your heart, like will you stop, will you give up? It's not you. 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna win any of those first 3 fights. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're not winning because it's not designed. So now you done fought the first dude. You probably did all right.
These people that been in there, they've been doing fucking push-ups all day.
Yeah, they doing their cardio. Yeah. They learn how to box. They might got technique, whatever. And then now you finish with him, and then it's another fresh dude. This nigga fresh. He like, come on. So this your second man. You know what I'm saying? So now you fight him.
Yeah.
You attaining more damage, you know what I'm saying? You tired. They gonna send a third one at you. Cause they trying to see if you'll break, if you'll tap out, if you'll give up. So if you tap out, then officially they call you a hoe. You gonna ride with somebody, that's what they called it back then in the 90s, like you riding. So what riding means is that you don't have to pay somebody, you getting started. If you go to commissary, you got people sending you money, then they was doing 60. So you might have to give your whole $60 spend to the person who you riding with.
Dang.
If you didn't have money, that's what I was telling you about. Anthony turns to Antoinette now. And then you ain't got no money, so they gonna start prostituting that person out.
Everything is about money at the end of the day.
It's really commissary, you know what I'm saying? But you don't have the money and you riding, you gotta bring some income, right? So now they trying to turn that dude into a bitch, a homosexual, because they wanna sell his mouth, they wanna sell his ass to somebody who wants it.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And everybody in there not on that type of time, like the homosexual time. It's like a common misconception.
That everybody...
Yeah, like all prisoners are gay. Like all prisoners aren't gay. You know what I'm saying? It's only a small percentage that's actually on some homosexual shit. And you'll be surprised, a lot of times it's the dude that's coming in and on his way back out. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the niggas that's in there with a bunch of time, the niggas who got 2-3 years. A lot of times, them the niggas that's coming right in, and then they coming out here, and then they picking up their lifestyle.
Yeah, already
with their girl, with their girl, they baby mom, they wife. You know, I met dudes in there that was actually married, and in prison they like females. They acting like females out there.
All right, y'all. So look, we just dropped the Patreon. That means access to this full interview early and other few interviews like it, as well as essentially an apprenticeship from me digitally. Now this Patreon is gonna have 2 tiers. The starter tier is gonna come with early access to full videos, behind the scenes content, tattoo and piercing quick tip, ad-free content, as well as information recommendation. That means any book, ebook, YouTube video, course, whatever I come across, what helps me is gonna help you. Now the second tier, that's only for the hustlers. That's gonna have access to everything I just mentioned, as well as in-depth tattoo videos with technique voiceovers. These are not time lapses. This is full 2, 3, 4 hours, however long it takes me to tat, you're gonna see all of it. We're also gonna have my Piercing 101 guide that's already up, my Piercing 102 guide that's on the way. I'm gonna drop the gems for the entrepreneurs. I'm gonna have things for clothing lines, manufacturers, how to speak with them, etc. I might even do some personal critiques for those trying to be tattoo artists. Be on the lookout for that. Subscribe to the channel and subscribe to the Patreon.